Okay, if I put a bit of this carbolic acid in here, this should work. Have to be a little careful with this chemical. A little goes a long way. What on earth? Who just barged in like that? Oh, it's them. What are they doing here? I almost dropped it. That wouldn't have been safe. What it does? It's an acidic chemical. It causes severe burns when touched and internal damage if inhaled, which is precisely why I was conducting my own research alone. Just let me contain the substance first before you enter fully. You don't even have a lab coat or anything to protect yourself if it spills. I was making carbolic soap. Yes, from scratch. Another student claimed that they were having an infestation problem, so I took it up as an opportunity to try and make the soap, since it's known to repel a lot of annoying vermin. Considering that you're standing in front of me and disrupting my space, I'm assuming that the bars I made are already defective. Great. Now I only have a 73% chance of being successful with you breaking me out of my pure concentration. It doesn't matter if it's a likely percentage. If it's not 100%, I might as well not even bother trying again until it is. Otherwise, it's a waste. View it however you like. That's how I see it. Well, you have my attention. What did you need to see me for? As I've said, you've interrupted my work and my focus. I'm wasting precious time talking to you when I have experiments to get done. What is your reason for being here? Huh? You want to help me? I'm not in need of any assistance, thank you though. Wait, if I think about it, they probably would look really nice on a lab coat. I'm 99% sure that I can find one that would suit their figure, with a 1% chance that it might be something oversized for them. How cute would that be? A strange theory, but I don't mind putting this one hypothetical to the test. Actually, I don't mind your help. Perhaps it's exactly what I need. Thank you. Allow me to wash up properly before helping you. You are not stepping foot in here without some gear. Here, stand up straight and give me your arm. Let me put your coat on. There you go. Perfect. Here are your goggles, your gloves, and a mask. Yep, just as my theory predicted. The lab coat suits them nicely. Huh? Oh, right. We should get started. Alright then, that should be it. I can deliver these to them later in the evening tomorrow. Your presence is no longer required. I've already washed up and you can go now. Huh? You wanted to talk? Alright then, I suppose I'll humor you for a bit longer. What did you want to speak to me about? Your... Wait. What? Oh. I see. You're trying to confess your feelings for me. Well, that much should be obvious. Your face is red, and you're trembling. So I was correct. I must decline. Why? Why I must is irrelevant. There's a 0% chance of me accepting that confession. It's not a lie. I never lie when it comes to science and facts. I am always honest. Being dishonest leads to confusion, mistrust, and pure fiction. I do not intend to entertain those ideals. Am I sure? What kind of question are you truly asking me here? I am not going back on my word, and I never will. I am 100% sure. Now that settles it. I apologize. Next time, list out all your possibilities. The only result that came from this conversation was you stunting my efficiency. I will be heading back to work now. What? What else could you possibly have to say? You're returning something to me? I don't remember leaving any papers behind. Wait. Is that my... Did it fall out of my bag? Oh. I've never seen that piece of paper in my life, but I appreciate the valuable time you spent trying to return it to me. Yes, I suppose it might look like my handwriting, but it could logically just be someone else who writes in cursive font as I do. Cursive font can be learned by a small child. That doesn't mean I wrote it. I do not write my eyes that way. Oh, perhaps now that I look at the variable I used on the board for that equation, they do seem to be at least a minimum of a 97% likely match. Okay, 100% match, so what? I might have written a letter of passion directed towards you, but that doesn't mean anything. Why? Because it's a complete waste of our time. You really don't get it, do you? I've already charted out all the possible scenarios available for us, and a relationship between the both of us remains to be statistically impossible. You don't believe me? I'll show you. Allow me to flip the chalkboard to the other side. Yes, I know the equations are lengthy, but allow me to explain it. This board lists out the growing symptoms I listed when I realized there was a possibility of me falling for you. I worked out here that the amount of serotonin and dopamine I felt in your presence rises to an uncontrollable level. I charted it off to a simple admiration of your facial features, your smile, your voice, the way you dress, the way you make me laugh, and you help others, and you're cute, and and your general presentation. I was able to ignore the invasive thoughts of even looking in your direction. But then you started talking to me in class. You requested my assistance for simple problems like probability and statistics. You drove me insane. I had to constantly find new ways to fight against the heavy doses of phenylethylamine I received around you. The fact of the matter is that my oxytocin was starting to make me naturally grow fond and attached to you. And that has become a rising problem. I started giving into these invasive ideas, started talking to you more, and focusing on my work became a challenge. Even now, my heart is racing faster than ever from adrenaline. So you're completely correct. I have fallen deeply in love with you. And you're an utter complete distraction from my current goals. If I were to enter a relationship with you, it wouldn't end in a productive way. Precious time would be wasted by my thoughts being completely overtaken by you. I assumed that much was obvious. I already spent a considerable amount of time filling out 2 full chalkboards with equations based on this very subject. Yes, I said 2. The only reason I would need to be with someone like you is to fill an emotionally driven want. In this equation here, the chances of a relationship like ours working out are severed to an exact 50%. It's that number, that 50% on that board, that is blocking me from fulfilling any such desire and taking that risk. It's like I said before, if it's not 100%, then why attempt it at all? I'm not taking any chances like that. Now go. I'm not entertaining this hypothetical idea any longer. What? What are you talking about? Mistake? What do you mean I made a mistake? You have a hypothesis. Alright then, go ahead. Use that whiteboard over there. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. In that scenario, I would suppose that it would logically make sense. Wait. I think I get where you're going with this. I guess I'm starting to agree with your point. I suppose that spending time doing things that aren't always for work is what separates us from machines. With that information in mind, I'll add it to the board so we can analyze the new accurate information for the new result. If we crunch these numbers and turn these days into possible study dates, then there would be a good amount of progression while still managing time for the two of us to spend together. Other days we can set aside for mindless relaxation. We could enjoy ourselves and actually live happily. That being said, if we were to have a relationship with that in mind, then our percentage from this new love equation would be a 95%. That's a lot higher and more probable than before with my recent misunderstanding of love. Why do you still look restless with that answer? Your hypothesis was correct, and the number rose by a long shot. Oh, I guess you're right. I was the one that said 100% or nothing. Isn't it obvious what I'm doing? If I'm planning to ignore the results given, then there's no use having them on the board. I'm saying that I'm accepting your confession. You were right. I should learn to take chances. Although irresponsible in some cases, I believe that we should at least give it a try. Plus, with a high score of 95%, just with the current idea itself, what's the chance that the numbers won't rise to 100 as we keep dating? I'm willing to give it a shot. If you'll have me, that is. Thank you. I'm glad. Mm. Hmm? Oh! My sincere apologies. That kiss came out of nowhere. I just stopped thinking at the moment and Oh, it's... it's really... okay? Well, in that case... may I kiss you again?